Every year, the global travel industry gathers in Berlin for the world's leading travel trade show. In 2026, ITB Berlin celebrated its 60th anniversary, bringing together leaders across travel, hospitality, and technology to exchange ideas, build partnerships, and shape the future of the industry. Payrails joined other leading companies in travel technology to demonstrate the role of modern payment infrastructure in supporting global travel and hospitality businesses.
I'm Emre, one of the co-founders in the company, so overseeing all the go-to-market activities.
So for those who aren't familiar with the brand, perhaps you can give it an overview of what it is that you do.
Sure, of course. So Payrails is a modular payment platform, so that essentially enables the enterprises to optimize their payment stack from the moment the card information is collected until the money hits the bank account. So we offer them this flexibility while they're still in control of their payment stack.
And we're here at ITB. How has the show been for you?
Wow, it's a big show, so I'm really impressed. That's the first time we joined. So when I got to know people and the business models, the level of my the enthusiasm has increased about the industry, and it's similar to payments. So payments is all about moving money from A to B, and travel is also moving an individual, a person from A to B. So, and in between, there are so many players, so many actions that you need to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. So from your perspective, what are the biggest pain points travel brands face today when managing payments?
Sure. So if you are gonna build a company in the travel industry from day zero, you should have the mindset of global, because your company can serve as offering to a client from Turkey or US or Dubai, right? So therefore you need to consider all these dynamics in the first place when you build up the foundation. So while doing that, payments is an essential piece, because essentially you offer local experience to the customers if they are booking something in the platform that you offer.
Yes, and so as travel continues to digitise, how important is flexibility in payment infrastructure for airlines, hotels, and online travel platforms?
I mean, as just mentioned, right? So you think global from day one. So payment is a very hyper local business. So when you build a company in Germany and have a payment company as a partner for you to streamline payments, that doesn't necessarily mean that company can help you all over the world when you're expanding your business. So then the complexity of the technicality is also increased while your ambitions are also increasing. So therefore, you need to also think, how can I still growing but profitable way? How can I still growing by offering customers the most relevant payment method while I can still make the profit out of it?
Absolutely. And fraud, compliance, and conversion rates are constant concerns. How can modern payment architecture help companies optimize across all three?
Of course. So my favorite topic is compliance. So look, so payments is highly regulated industry, right? So you cannot basically control the money movements without being a licensed entity. So and in this industry there are so many players in between. They have to facilitate the money movements. So but there's a certain line here without you touching the funds. So therefore, the compliance is a very essential piece for the travel industry. That's one part. Second part is risk. So we have seen that also in during the COVID times. Now also unfortunate situations are happening all over the world. So risk, fraud, chargeback is also increasing. So whenever unexpected circumstances are happening in the industry. So therefore you need to safeguard your business from such events to not to have the financial loss. And the third is the fraud. So, which is the unwanted, let's say, piece of the payment, right? So there might be some basically users who are willing to intentionally abuse the system to get financial benefit. So, but putting the merchant in the tough position. So therefore, you need to also consider whenever the transaction is happening, how can you identify these people trying to abuse the system, or how can you identify these people genuinely fraudulent and using some stolen card credentials to place an order? And you need to safeguard your business.
Okay, thank you for that. And finally, what key messages do you have for our audience here at ITB and beyond?
I mean, think global, act local, right? So from day one, you need to think global, but build the right foundation. Not necessarily complex, but the right foundation which can give you the scalability while you're growing.
Thank you very much for your insights and for taking the time to join us here on Breaking Travel News.
Yeah, sure.